Ready?
Yeah. Oh!
Welcome everyone, my name is Zach, and you may notice that this video is in a slightly different location. I'm joined here by my friend Charles Cornell.
What's up?
Who you may or may not know.
Probably not. We just got done talking about how strange this is because the way that we know each other would not, like, this is I think this is the last thing that either of us expected.
I mean, we've known each other for, pretty much our entire lives
literally.
that we at least remember.
How did this happen?
You've always wanted to be a YouTuber.
Right.
So it's not that surprising to me. Me, on the other hand, probably a little different.
When you came to me and said you wanted to start a YouTube channel, I was like, really? And you're killing it. I mean, it's really cool to see what this channel is and all the things that you've been doing with it. So I mean, it's super fun for me to be able to do that, and especially to be able to mess around with cars and do some fun stuff.
Yeah, so that's a good segue because obviously I own a Tesla Model 3.
Okay, wait a second. This deserves context too, because I wasn't mad. I was super pumped, but it was just like, of course, right? Because how long have I been a fan of Tesla?
When did Tesla begin? It was probably like
2011, 2012.
2011, right when the Model S was coming out.
Yep.
I think that's really when you ramped up on just absolutely loving
And
Tesla.
I started talking about it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna have one of these one day. This is so cool. Like, I want to. How long did you have yours before mine? A year?
Only like what, 6 months?
6 months.
Yeah, about
wow.
6 months.
Yikes! And so yours was the very first time I got into one.
That was the first time.
Yeah.
So we've already gone over that we both own Teslas.
Yes.
I own the Tesla Model 3 long range with the acceleration boost, and he does not
I do
have
not.
the acceleration boost.
We're gonna go see if this thing will punch me in the back hard enough that I want to buy it.
Yes. So if you don't know, acceleration boost is a $2,000 option that Tesla brought out, I think it was about a year ago. It was December of last year.
I remember when you got it.
Yeah.
And I was like, they do what?
Yeah. We all know that the long range and the performance are essentially the same car with,
Same
performance
hardware.
has some performance upgrades to like brakes and
Yeah.
suspension, things like that. But as far as like the
motors,
drivetrain,
yeah.
that's the same. They claim that the performance is rated to higher output. That's questionable.
Yeah.
So they brought this out end of quarter,
Collect-
appease the
collect
shareholders.
collect a little cash.
Right,
here.
super easy cash,
Yeah.
right? They say, we have a lot of people that bought long ranges that want performance, but they don't want to fork over the extra $10,000. What if we throw a downloadable upgrade out there for $2,000?
We'll get them part way.
Yeah, we'll get them halfway there.
Yep.
And coincidentally, it gets you much closer to that stealth Model 3 performance that they originally offered, which essentially was a long-range dual motor that had a 3.2 second 0 to 60 time. And there are a ton of people that want that.
Yeah.
And they don't want the big wheels or the big brakes or the lowered suspension, right?
Right.
They just want the acceleration.
Yeah.
That's what, 9 out of 10 Tesla owners just wants to be thrown back into their seat
100%.
as quickly as possible.
That's what I did. That's literally what I do after every stoplight.
I was a sucker and bought it because I really wanted the Stealth Model 3 performance, and they kind of cut that off like 3 months before I bought mine. And that was really the configuration that I would have wanted. So they rolled that out, and I was thinking, okay, $2,000 gets me 90% of the car that I really wanted.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go see if he thinks it's worth it.
Like we said before, this is how much quicker?
Half a second to 60.
Half a second. That's significant.
Dyno tests have been run, and they show that it's got about 50 more horsepower. Tesla claims a 0 to 60 of 3.9, but again, actual tests are showing more like 3.7.
That's
3.6, 3.7, like in that.
Another 0.2. That's a lot.
But the standard long range is also faster than it's explained to be. They were
They
saying
say
4.4,
4.4,
but that was before 2 5% power increases.
Okay.
And
Because now they say 4.2.
now they're saying 4.2, which I think they're just accounting for those power changes.
Yep.
That they were just kind of leaving off the books for a while.
3.7. That's quick, man. That is quick.
And with the performance, I don't know what they're advertising that as, 3.2? They
3.2.
were.
I think it's 3.2. Yeah.
But I think, again, that's probably down closer to 3
Yep.
in reality.
Yeah.
So it gets you about halfway between the long range standard and the performance.
Yep. All right, so I've never been in one of these cars that has the boost, and I have not bought the boost for my car, and I'm thinking about doing it. So this is good marketing here. This is
Yeah, we'll see.
Zach's
I
being
want
the
to
sales-
know.
the
I want to know if
salesperson.
you think it's worth it. After
okay.
This.
All right. Yeah, I think it's hard to tell from a passenger's perspective, and we
Yeah.
might need to like.
Maybe I'll let you drive.
Yeah, because I find it to be different. Because I've had people in my car that when they hit it, it feels different from the passenger seat.
Absolutely.
All right, so here we go. We've got a nice straight ahead portion here, and we are. Let's see what this is. There goes a Model X, which is definitely faster, but
Maybe.
that's true. Maybe. All right,
If it's a
here we go.
performance. Ready?
Yeah. Oh. Oh man. Wow. So it's got to be 0 to 30 that's been tuned up.
Yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
Yep.
Because wow, that's really different.
Yeah.
That really is different.
Yep.
Oh my God.
So when I was researching whether or not I wanted to buy this for myself,
Yeah.
I remember looking into this. So the performance in the long range from 30 to 60
Yep.
are very close. The performance's huge edge is off the line to about 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they did with the acceleration boost is they really brought that in for the long range model on
Yeah.
the 0 to 30.
Oh man. Punch that again. Oh. Oh man. Oh, that. It never gets old. Like
I know.
even if you own one, it's still just such a
Yeah.
blast.
It always
my
puts
God.
a smile on my face.
That's real. Wow. I was not expecting it to be that significant. I honestly was thinking like, oh, I don't know, maybe I'll have to make the video interesting. I might have to like, I don't know, play it up a little
Yeah.
bit, but like, because I wasn't sure whether it was going to be. That's really significant.
Right.
I think it is. Wow.
Yeah, I agree. I when I first got it, I was like, oh yeah, this is significant. Here, I'll do it again this way.
All right.
Come on, stop.
Yeah, it's that initial jump off the line.
Oh yeah.
Wow. But it's. Whoo.
Yeah.
That's good. And again, it's not so much because after it launches, then it feels pretty similar. But that makes sense given what you're saying
Yep.
about the fact that it's all sort of in
Right.
the initial launch.
Right.
And that's sometimes the place where I feel like mine could be faster.
Yep.
Because it's like it kicks you when it launches, but then it's a little bit, and by the time I hit that 30 miles an hour,
Yep.
from there up it just rips.
You want to drive?
I'd like to see how it compares from the driver's perspective. In my car, I feel like the passenger seat is a little less,
Yeah.
it's not as intense from the passenger seat.
Right.
I find it to be more intense from the driver's seat. So I'm very interested to see how it compares to drive this versus driving mine. Definitely just now, that was more than I was expecting.
Okay.
That was more of a change than I was expecting. So yeah, so let's see how different it is.
Okay.
All right, so let's see what we got here. All right, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yep, it's faster. Yeah, that's great. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely noticeable.
And honestly, that actually felt a little.
Are you?
It was weird for me being in the passenger
So
seat. For that.
tell me about that. What's your perspective?
Yeah, so I think honestly that was the first time that I've experienced that in the passenger seat. My only.
I do that to people in my car all the time.
Yeah, tell me something. Let me floor it in the middle of that.
Oh yeah, it's that initial,
Mm-hmm.
the first, like you're saying, the first 30 miles an hour.
Yep.
You just have more response.
Yeah, it just pulls.
Yeah, it really does. That's fantastic. So here's something crazy, right? You and I, out by the fence growing up,
Yep.
and now both of us are halfway across the country passing Teslas back and forth.
Yes.
Like, what a weird trajectory of life.
Uh-huh.
It's so bizarre.
And here we are.
but like I'm here for it. So
We're back in the studio. Just got back from driving.
I'm thinking I gotta save up a little bit of money here.
Add it to the wish list.
Add it to the wish list.
Okay.
It was noticeable.
Okay.
I just wasn't sure
Yeah.
if half a second was gonna be that significant.
Right.
Which, of course, in the world of automotive, performance, half a second is an eternity.
Especially at these speeds,
Yes.
right? If you're talking going from 10 to 9.5 seconds to 60, you're probably not going to notice that.
Yeah, but once you're talking about sub, 4 second,
Right.
and
When you're
getting into
talking
the
down,
threes,
getting around 3.6, 3.7,
yeah,
like
it's quick.
it's pretty significant.
But
right?
the most interesting thing that I think was what we talked about in the car about like it's that 0 to 30
right.
that really kicks you. That does not do that as much in my car because I actually.
Yeah.
It's noticeable. Like, of course, when you first stomp on the pedal, you get the initial jolt in my car. But after that, it feels like it really comes alive at like 45 miles an hour. So, will I get the upgrade? Probably, because, why not? But do I feel like I can't enjoy my car without it? Not even close.
But I guess, so my take on it, now that I've had it for almost a year now, for a lot of long range buyers, I don't think it's something you really need. But I will say that if you were a buyer that was really torn between the performance and the long range, and maybe you were one of those people that, was just drooling at the thought of getting their hands on a stealth performance, then I think the acceleration boost is for you.
Yeah.
I think it gets you to like that point where it's close enough. And again, it's a half a second, but like we were saying, being kind of targeting that 0 to 30 mile an hour range,
Yes.
that's where it's most fun anyway,
100%,
right? Like, that's the most
absolutely.
acceleration. Like it
Yes.
tapers off after that. So
Yeah, because most of the time driving on the road, you can only lay into it until like 45 anyways.
Right.
So especially around the city, around here. So, that is definitely where I would love to have an improvement.
So thank you for coming on the channel and letting me borrow your wonderful studio here, which
Thanks
is a little
for-
better than my echoey apartment.
We're gonna get that fixed. Don't you guys worry.
He likes to remind me
We're
of that.
gonna fix his studio. I promise. I will
Studio?
make sure this happens.
I don't have a studio.
That's true. We'll start there.
I appreciate the reaction, and I'm glad to see that you actually thought it was noticeable, because I've gotten so used to it that I was starting to question whether or not it actually was.
Yeah. What did this used to feel like? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always that question, right?
Yep.
Like, was I imagining the difference, or was it actually there?
You were not. It is definitely there,
So-
and it is definitely significant.
Confirmed
Confirmed.
by
Myth-
Charles Cornell himself.
yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend has confirmed the myth.
Oh, it's not even... That did not work
Piano's
how I
not
wanted
on.
to do it. Great.
If you want to hear the piano on, though, you should go check out his channel, just Charles Cornell.
Yep.
Check him out on YouTube. Awesome content.
Thank you.
Incredible musician. Go watch his videos and
talk
subscribe.
we talk about a bunch of stuff. We have fun.
That's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
I just did the point.